and welcome to my little world. So today I have a little story to share with you, and I wrote this story for my sister's 50th birthday, and we had a party for her, a family gathering that was a lot of fun. And I wrote this story for her called The Birthday Elephant Coloring Book that talked about her life. And I cleverly made it into a coloring book so that I didn't have to color the pictures myself. I just did them in black and white, and then everyone in the family who received a copy of it could color it for themselves. And a lot of people in my family like to color with crayons, and so they enjoyed that. And this copy that I'm sharing today, somebody colored, and I don't know who it was, probably one of my kids, because a couple of them were still living with me at that time. And so this copy is colored, but I'm not sure by who. And it's also missing a couple pages because we actually kind of recycled the paper. There's some writing on the back of some of it. And so apparently a couple of the pages got used for something else because I kind of assumed that there were lots of other copies out in the family and that we didn't need to keep that one. But apparently we did, because it's the only one I've been able to locate, and other people in the family that I've asked about it don't know where their copies are. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this story. Keep a lookout in most of the pages for the little bee in each of the pictures. Let's see, what else did I want to tell you about this? So it was written in the year 2000, and I hope you enjoy. The Birthday Elephant Coloring Book. Once upon a time, a little elephant was born. She loved to grace those around her with her beautiful smile. She learned to crawl and then to walk, and pretty soon she was skipping down the lane in her prettiest frock. She liked to roller skate too. She would zoom round the block and nobody could catch her. She worked hard in school, but not that hard because she was also naturally smart. And when she graduated from high school, she was at the top of her class. She went to college and became a school teacher. How her students loved the peanut treats and warm fuzzies she gave them in class. There happened to be a very handsome counselor that she knew. One day she noticed that his eyes had gone a funny shape, and she began to giggle when he was around. So one thing led to another, and they decided to become Mr. and Mrs. Elephant. After a number of years together as teacher and counselor, it was time to have some pupils of their very own. First they had a reddish blonde one, and then they had a brown one. Once she discovered how very gifted her little elephants were, Mrs. Elephant returned to school for more education and focused on helping families such as hers learn to manage their gifts. The little elephants grew up until one day Mr. and Mrs. Elephant reached a fork in the road. "I'm going this way," one of them said. "I'm going that way," said the other. So they parted company. Ms. Elephant, as she now referred to herself, continued to pursue higher education until one day she became Dr. Elephant. How proud all her family and friends were of her. She had become very wise now, and she wanted to share the bee, which had followed her since she was born, with others. "Be happy, be free," she said. But before she could take this message everywhere she wanted to, she needed some healing herself. That climb to the top had not been without pitfalls. So she looked around and finally found just the right doctor to go to. This doctor said he would grant her 3 wishes. Now, you understand, dear reader, that such wishes cannot be told or they won't come true. So I cannot tell you what her wishes were. However, since one of them has already come true, I will let you in on it. She wished to have a big surprise party to celebrate the passing of her 10th elephant year. So everyone in her family got together to cheer for her and sing songs and eat birthday cake. And that is the end of this story. While I cannot tell you what her other wishes were, I can assure you that she lived happily ever after, because that is how every story ends that begins with once upon a time. The tale is ended.